UFC Fight Night, Kape versus Almabaev. Quick pick predictions. We're going to get this done in about 8 minutes flat. It's a great card, though. A lot of fun fights. I don't know why Cody Julian is in the co-main event. That's kind of crazy. A few cancellations and things like that if you want to look at that right here. But it's a good card. Let's get it started with the first fight of the fight card in the flyweight division. Charles Johnson, Ramazan Temurov. Ramazan has the power. Charles has the cardio, and he has the volume, and he has the kicks as well. I think this fight is going to be Ramazan coming forward, closing range, trying to knock out Charles, and Charles evading it and jabbing and one-twoing and moving and sticking and moving and sticking and moving. I think round one, if there's going to be a round that he wins, round one goes Ramazan, round two, round three, go Charles Johnson. I'm going to go the underdog in the first fight of the night for Charles to stay at range and win the later rounds. Luana Carolina, Montana De La Rosa. Grappler versus wrestler in a simplistic term and way to view this fight. Luana is the better striker. Montana is the better grappler. Luana has shown decent takedown defense in the last few years. I think she defends it, keeps range on the feet. The height and reach is pretty similar, but I think she's just going to stick and move. Kind of like what we said with Charles Johnson, but she doesn't have the danger coming back at her, as Montana is not a very powerful puncher. She's not really good at getting inside and landing good punches. She's just trying to get inside to land the takedowns. I don't think she gets some. Luana outstriking for the unanimous decision. Lucas Almeida, Danny Silva, another dog, and a 2-1 dog at that here. I think this is going to be a simple prediction for me to say, but not simple in the fight. I think it's going to be a split decision, goes either way, coin flip. Danny Silva will land more volume on Lucas Almeida, but Lucas, I think, will land bigger shots. I think Danny will stick and move with good punches, but not really like super hard punches. Lucas is going to crack Danny Silva, I feel, in this matchup, and Danny's going to have to resort to a few takedowns and a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of grappling. I don't think he's going to have as much success as a lot of people are saying he's going to have, and I think Lucas Almeida is just going to kind of defend a lot of the takedowns, maybe get taken down once, that's why I think it's so close, but on the feet, volume's going to be pretty similar, and I think Lucas is just going to hit with a little bit more of a thud in this match. I'm going to go Lucas split decision, but literally this fight could go either way. Andrea Lee, JJ Aldrich in the flyweight division. I'm going to go the dog again. 3 dogs out of the first 4 fights. I'm going to go Andrea Lee to outstrike JJ. I don't like JJ's striking. She was able to beat Na Liang on the ground, able to beat Montana De La Rosa, who's not a striker. When have we really seen JJ go out there and just easily outstrike an opponent? We haven't really. And I know Andrea's on a crazy losing streak, but I think Andrea keeps this fight on the feet, uses her height and reach advantage, and just outstrikes JJ. I don't like JJ striking, so I'm going to go Andrea Lee, unanimous decision, or a split. Very close fight. It's women's MMA. Could literally go either way. Douglas Silva de Andrade, John Castaneda, power Douglas, speed and volume, John Castaneda, and wrestling and grappling also, John Castaneda. I think he uses that speed, baits Douglas Silva in to throw those big punches, and mixes in takedowns. I'm going to go John Castaneda by a 29-28 decision, mixing in takedowns and landing a little bit more volume. Chepe versus Ricardo. I'm going to go Chepe late finish, round 2, round 3. Ricardo Ramos has to wait for Chepe to come in and try to counter him with some crazy spinning attack or something like that. I think Chepe is going to get inside, land big, mix in takedowns and throws because of his judo background. But I think Chepe is going to eventually just crack hard on Ricardo and land some devastating ground and pound. I'm going to go Chepe, round 2, round 3, TKO. Then we got Danny Barlow, Sam Patterson. I'm going to go Danny Barlow to go out there and outstrike Sam Patterson. Sam is the better grappler and wrestler, just based off the fact that we haven't really got to see any of Danny Barlow's wrestling and grappling yet inside of the UFC. Could be a better wrestler and grappler than I'm thinking, but either way, I'm still going to pick Danny Barlow to win. He's the better striker. He's taller. He's rangier. No, he might not be. I'm just saying that out of my ass. He's rangier, but the height is about the same, which for a Sam Patterson fight, Sam's usually the taller, lengthier guy. I do believe Danny Barlow is going to stay on the feet and is just going to be the better striker. He's faster than Sam. He hits a little bit harder than Sam, but I don't think he's going to get the knockout. Sam's been knocked out a few times, but I don't think Danny gets the knockout here. I think he just stays on the feet and outstrikes Sam Patterson. Sam's going to try to get that takedown. I don't think he's going to be successful. I think Danny is just going to kind of stick and move, maybe rock Sam Patterson at one point in this fight, but overall win a unanimous decision. William Gomes taking on Hyder Amil. I'm going to go William Gomes, unanimous decision. I'm hoping for a Hyder Amil win as an underdog here, as I am a fan of his, but I have to go with William. He's just better all around, really, his wrestling is not that bad. His striking is not very powerful, but he's good at staying on the outside and using his kickboxing skills to jab and stick and move and things like that. He's very tall, very lengthy. He could easily just win this fight on the outside, making Hyder Emil miss and miss and miss. I'm hoping Hyder gets in there and cracks the chin of Gomes and gets the upset, but just style-wise, it's not a good fight for Hyder Emil. So I'm going to go William Gomes, unanimous decision. Mario Pinto, Austin Lane. I'm going to go round 1 knockout for Mario Pinto. Much closer fight than these odds are suggesting, as Austin's wrestling has been improving and his striking is getting better and better every single fight. Mario is unproven against high-level competition, so we'll see what happens here. It's a close one. I am going to go Mario to catch him in round 1. Nasrat Haqparast and Esteban Ribovic. In the lightweight division, I'm going to go Esteban to win this one. I think it's going to be one of those fights where we got the volume striker and the powerful striker, but Esteban still throws a lot of volume as well, so I don't think there's going to be wrestling or grappling mixed in. It's just going to be 3 rounds of war and violence on the feet, and I think Esteban's just going to crack a little bit harder than what Nasrat's going to be able to do. So I think it's going to be volume slightly in the favor of Nasrat, but Esteban I think is going to get in there with the hands and that dirty box and get inside of that clinch, uppercut, left hooks, right hooks. Nasrat's going to try to stick and move, but I think Esteban's just going to do a good job landing the bigger shots and really leaving an impression on the judges' scorecards. Esteban, unanimous decision. Underdog pick again, Cody Brundage against Julian Marquez. I'm going to go Cody Brundage to win this fight in the late rounds, round 2, round 3, by TKO. I think they're going to strike pretty evenly. I give a slight advantage to Julian. Pure striking, but once Cody mixes in wrestling and the threat of the takedown, he's going to use those, get a takedown in round 1, use the threat in round 2 to rock Julian Marquez, take him down, and ground and pound TKO him. Main event time. Asu versus Manel. I think Manel is going to outstrike Asu and defend the takedowns. He was able to defend a lot against Muhammad Mokaev, and still has more and more time to keep improving the wrestling and grappling. I don't think Asu is as good on the ground as Muhammad Mokaev, just to be straight up. Not significantly worse, but not as good as Mokaev. And I think Manel will defend the takedowns. It's 5 rounds. They're going to get sweatier and sweatier and sweatier as the later rounds do move on. I think he wins the fight 49-46, 48-47. A little bit of a split decision with what the judges say the scorecards are going to be. Red for Manel Kape to get the win, but it's a close fight. I'm going to go Manel Kape by unanimous decision. I got 4 underdogs, Cody Brundage. I got Andrea Lee, Lucas Almeida, and Charles Johnson. The rest are favorites. Those are my full card predictions for UFC Fight Night. Asu Almabaev versus Manel Kape. Of course, if you do want to see all the bets I am making for this UFC Fight Night, pin comment down below. Like and subscribe. Comment your predictions as well. And, of course, check out that pinned comment. There's more than just bets. It's so many perks as well. Rankings, prospects. You can talk to UFC fighters as well. So many perks. Check it out. Thanks for watching.